Okay everyone, welcome to the final part of my Resident Evil 3 hard mode walkthrough. This is part 4 for anyone wondering, and I'm sure you guys saw it in the video title. So in the previous video we picked up the water sample, so what you're going to want to do is place the water sample into this machine over here, and we get this little Tetris-esque puzzle. So essentially what you need to do in this puzzle is replicate the image that's on the top on the bottom by moving these switches, or by hitting the switches, the A and B and C switches, and moving the bars in the middle in order to replicate the image that's on the top. This is one of the most annoying puzzles in the series, in my opinion. I actually think it's the most annoying. I really hate this puzzle. Don't know what it is about it, but I just really hate it. But in any case, there's about 4 different variations that the puzzle can be in, and I believe that I have all of the solutions, so those will be up in the annotations. And I do hope that those are all of the solutions that the game, or I hope those are all of the different ways that the game can produce that puzzle, because if it's not, well, that kind of sucks for anyone who has a different variation. But in any case, there may or may not be gunpowder inside of the room that I was just in. If there is gunpowder in there, be sure to mix it and make some ice rounds, or nitrogen rounds, whatever they're called in this game. And be sure to combine it with your grenade launcher, because we are going to be fighting Nemesis very, very soon.
Rescuing you is becoming a full-time job.
Thanks, Carlos. I owe you.
Listen closely, Jill. They're going to launch a missile directly into the city as soon as day breaks.
At dawn? But that's only...
I know. We don't have much time left. We have to split up and find a way out of here. Hey, watch out for that traitor Nikolai.
Okay, so apparently the city is going to be nuked in the morning, so we definitely need to escape. So right now we are running through the lab. Once again, in this room there can be a few different enemy types that show up. I got these weird monsters. I forget what they're called. Drain something? Drain Dimos? Or... I have no idea how to pronounce it, or I'm not really sure as to whether or not I even remembered it correctly. But in any case, you're going to want to run to this elevator and take it up, and we are going to be running into a safe room. I believe we're going to get another cutscene quite soon as well. There are a few enemy types in here. Zombies usually show up in this room. Actually, they always show up in this room as far as I remember. But anyway, here comes another cutscene for us.
Nikolai?
I wonder where he was going. In any case, you're going to want to go back here next. This is a safe room. It also contains a first aid spray as well, so be sure to pick that up. And you definitely want to take your... You may or may not want to save your game at this point, because we are in the final stretch. We will be facing off against Nemesis very soon. So if you have any freeze rounds or anything like that, be sure to take it with you. You should have come across some gunpowder on your way through this facility, so definitely make some freeze rounds once you do come across the gunpowder, and combine it with your grenade launcher, because we're going to be fighting Nemesis soon. So right here, there's a bit of a glitch that you can do. You don't need to make all the steam dissipate in order to access the panel over here. Just hit the 2 buttons that I did and run into the steam while hitting X, or walk into the steam while hitting X, and you should be able to hit the switch there in order to unlock the door. And once you do that, essentially just follow what I do here. Just hit the switches and you'll be able to leave. So now we will be going to pick up a disc in order to gain access to the area that we will be fighting Nemesis in. And once again, if you want to, I do advise that you guys save your game at this point. Unless you're really confident in your abilities to fight Nemesis. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already played through this game multiple times, so yeah, you probably won't even need to save the game. But the disc is located over here on this control panel. And yes, we need the system disc. There are also zombies in here. This is the only time that I actually use my Magnum throughout the entirety of the game. But I did want to show you guys where to get the Magnum, because I remember in my Code Veronica walkthrough, I ended up not getting the Magnum and not really explaining how to get it as well as I should have for people who wanted to get the Magnum. But in any case, use the system disc over here to unlock this door. And yeah, be ready to fight Nemesis.
Warning. Proceeding with operation in treatment room. Please evacuate immediately. Stars.
Okay, so here we are, the battle with the tentacle Nemesis. So he takes about, once again, he takes about 11 freeze rounds in order to take him down. He is really not bad. You just shoot him about once or twice, he'll fall down. Shoot him once or twice when he falls. Then once he swings at you, you're going to want to run behind him and just keep repeating the process until he dies. There are a few alternate ways to fight him here. As you saw in the beginning of the fight, he swung at that switch over there and acid poured on him. You could fight him like that, but I just find the using of the freeze rounds to be the easiest way to take him down. But in any case, let's escape this facility. So, conveniently, a card key fell out of that dead man's pocket. So you're definitely going to want to pick up the card key. And there will be zombies once we leave this room, so, you know, equip whatever items that you want in order to take the zombies down with. As you saw, I took way too many first aid sprays, but I had them lying around, so I thought I may as well take them. And there he is. Nemesis is gone.
Missile attack
Maybe.
confirmed. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Okay, so we are going to be making our way to those shutters that Nikolai went into. So let's just make our way up through there. Really love this game. The music that plays here isn't as good as Resident Evil 2's ending music. I really love the music that plays in the lab area of Resident Evil 2. It's so awesome. I think it's the best of the series, but I did gush over that enough in my Resident Evil 2 video. In any case, don't be stupid like I was and just run into the zombies. Be sure to take them all down. I was really surprised that these nude zombies were able to take about 2 or 3 of these flame rounds. Flame rounds really suck. But in any case, yeah, just be sure to run back to the area with the shutters. I'm sure you guys know which way it is. And yeah, we will be escaping Raccoon City because it's going to be nuked very soon. So over here, hit the button on the right side of the shutters. Or use the card key on the right side of the shutters, rather. And stay on the right side for a few seconds until the zombies move to that side, and just run to the left and just run by all of them. Really easy to dodge them. If you don't want to do that, you can always just take them down with whatever ammo and weapons you have, so it's not too bad. They're just nude zombies. So what you're going to want to do in here is pick up the portable receiver, and you'll get a radar, which will detect where the missile is.
You're still alive. Such persistence.
Nikolai?
Sorry, but there is no escape from here.
So in this scene, unless you have the rocket launcher, you're gonna want to negotiate with Nikolai. It's a lot easier.
So, you want to get out of here alone? Is that your plan?
I made certain none of the other supervisors survived. I'll be the only one who knows what really happened. I'll have more bargaining power when it comes to discussing my bonus.
Then why kill me? I'm not on their payroll.
They want you eliminated for reasons of their own. The amount is modest, but there is a reward to be claimed upon the confirmation of your death. Although I'm sure I'll miss you, it's time to say goodbye. You can either accept death with dignity or die with regret. It's entirely up to you.
Not much of a negotiation.
Jim, what happened?
Carlos, Nikolai beat us to the chopper.
I guess this is it then. But I don't want to die in a place like this. This isn't over yet.
Oh.
I'm not giving up, Jill. We still have a chance.
Then
Jill! That's it. We've got to find a way out of here. Now!
Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Warning. Missile attack confirmed. Emergency level D. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Alright, so let's go down the ladder. This is the final stretch. There will be a box down here, so once again, take whatever you have left. Take the best weapons that you have. Don't take the shotgun, though. The shotgun's going to be useless. Be sure to take the grenade launcher, whatever grenade rounds you have left, be sure to take. And if you have any magnum rounds with you and the magnum, be sure to take that. And of course, health items. And as you saw, there were a bunch of zombies in that room. Don't run toward the ones that are on the floor unless you want your knees or your ankles bitten. And there's something strange going on over here, so let's go into this room and let's see if we can find a way to escape this city. Huh, the door just broke somehow. So let's search around here. In this room, there are a bunch of dead Mr. X's everywhere. A bunch of those dead tyrants, which is really weird. Pretty interesting, though.
Checking system. Checking data. Warning. There is not enough power to activate the system.
Alright, so let's place in our AA batteries in order to activate this cannon. So just push the batteries forward and they will be activated. There's 3 of them that need to be pushed, and it's not too bad to do. Looks like Nemesis isn't dead yet. He's somehow mutated again. So let's push all these batteries in order to activate this cannon and see if we can take him out with it. The thing that's strange about pushing the cannon, or pushing the batteries in, is that sometimes it takes a few seconds for Jill to actually push it. I'm not sure what the cause of that is, but yeah, just keep walking forward. She'll eventually push it. It's kind of annoying at times, especially when Nemesis is attacking, but yeah.
Rail cannon has been activated. Executing quick charge program. Preparing to fire.
So what you you want to do during this battle is lure Nemesis within range of the cannon in order for the cannon to actually hit him. It's not too bad to do, but Nemesis is pretty powerful here. He's pretty fast as well because it's so huge. But as usual, ice rounds do a lot of damage to him. If you hit him with enough ice rounds here, he'll only need to be hit by the cannon once. If you don't have any ice rounds here, you'll most likely only hit him, or he'll need to be hit twice with the cannon, which is really annoying to do. But once the cannon shoots once, it'll make a huge hole in this area, which makes it really easy to lure Nemesis into the range of the cannon's fire. So yeah, just keep luring him toward you, and you'll eventually hit him with the cannon, and he'll eventually go down.
Warning. System overheating. Enter cooldown mode.
Okay, so I guess we've defeated Nemesis, so let's leave. Alright, for this decision, choose whatever you like. I will choose to exterminate the monster. Because, yeah, let's put him down once and for all.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
And there you have it. We have finally defeated the Nemesis. Probably the most iconic boss in all of Resident Evil. Throughout the entirety of the series, Nemesis is probably the most memorable of all of the creatures. Not of the bosses, though. Wesker's probably like the most iconic of all the villains, but as far as the monsters go, Nemesis is the most iconic. And yeah, this is the end of Resident Evil 3.
It's over, Carlos.
What are you talking about? Don't you hear that? There's a second chopper, and it's here to rescue you.
But who is it? Who could possibly be looking for me?
It doesn't matter. We just have to be there when it lands.
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
And there you have it. That is the end of Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 is... well, Resident Evil 2 and 3 are my favorite games in the classic Resident Evil series for a variety of reasons, but there are also a lot of reasons as to why I can't choose one over the other. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, but something that was really great about Resident Evil 3 was how many innovations it brought to the table as far as gameplay went. I mean, you didn't have to click on the stairs in order to walk up and down them, which may not seem like a big deal, but it really makes the flow. It really makes the game flow easier, or flow better, rather. And the ability to actually dodge enemies, which is something that we never saw again up until Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS. And something else that was never actually brought back into the series was the mixing of the gunpowder, which is really, really cool. This game also introduced a bunch of the random elements, such as the random puzzles, the random puzzle solutions, that is. Each puzzle has about 5 or 6, well, about 4 or 5 different ways that they can be solved. And yeah, that's something that was brought back in Resident Evil Lost in Nightmares and Desperate Escape, but this game was just so great, and I recommend the classic series of Resident Evil for anyone who is into classic horror games. And I don't know, they're just really well-made games. And if you have access to a PlayStation 1 or to the PlayStation Network, be sure to download these games. Or, if you want, you can always buy the Resident Evil Anthology for the PlayStation 3 that's going to be releasing, or the special edition of Resident Evil 6. I think it's the Anthology version that's on PS3, but it's going to contain Resident Evils 1 through 6, essentially, so be sure to pick that up and be sure to play these classic games. They do have a bit of a learning curve, I suppose, if you've only played, you know, PS2 era and PS3 era games, but yeah, so now I'm going to show off some of the extras. So as you saw, I got the boutique key. I will show off what that's for at the end of the video. So let's check out all of the epilogues that are in this game. So, in order to unlock these epilogues, you must beat the game, and I believe there are 8 epilogues. So in order to see them all, you need to beat the game 8 times, which really shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty sure that most people would have beaten the game 8 times because, you know, you wanted to see how things would differ depending on the choices you made, and see how the puzzles changed and the enemy placements and things like that. So, with each of these epilogues, we get info as to where the main characters in the series are and what their intentions are. For the most part, they're all just going to try to take down Umbrella. Right here, we get to see Barry and his family. And something that's really strange about these epilogues, or at least Barry's epilogue in particular, is that we still never got to see Barry again in the series after the original Resident Evil. Or after this Resident Evil. We never get to see Barry again. I do know that it was initially planned for Resident Evil 5 to contain Barry in it. It was going to be Chris and Barry searching for Jill, which would have been awesome. Not that I don't like Sheva, but, I mean, no one tops Barry Burton. So, as we can see, we see Leon confronted with a man who claims to be a U.S. government agent. I'm pretty sure that guy was Wesker. But, in any case, right here we get a setup for Resident Evil Code Veronica, where Claire is going to search for Chris. We get to see that she left Sherry with Leon, and I'm not sure if she ever met up with Sherry again after she left her with Leon. I'm pretty sure she has, but I'm sure we'll find out some more about that in Resident Evil 6. Right here, we get to see where Sherry was left. I'd read all this to you guys, but, yeah, I'm quite sure you guys have the ability to read. There's no real reason for me to go over this stuff. I really like this Ada Wong one. This one is a bit perplexing, because, I mean, she says she used to be called Ada Wong. I'm not sure if Ada Wong is an alias, or if if they were trying to make it so that Ada Wong was just her alias and she was sort of saying goodbye to it. But yeah, this is a side of Ada that we never get to see in gameplay, which is really cool. And of course, we actually get to see Hunk right here. Actually get to see Hunk's face. So anyone who thought Jake from Resident Evil 6 was Hunk, here is the reason why he wasn't Hunk, because he looks exactly, or he looks nothing like Hunk. So what I'm going to be showing off next is the Mercenaries mode. This is the first Resident Evil that actually had mercenaries. Of course, the previous games had battle mode, and Mercenaries mode is essentially an extension of that. So this Mercenaries mode works a little... Actually, it really works exactly the same. No, it doesn't. But so essentially, what you need to do in this Mercenaries mode is get to the end exactly like you needed to do in the Extreme Battle game inside of Resident Evil 2. But once you get to the end, you are scored. You get a certain amount of money, and you can use that money in order to gain items for the main game. So you can gain the infinite SMG. You can gain the infinite what is it called? The Gatling gun. You can gain a rocket launcher, and you can gain infinite ammo for all weapons in the main story campaign. But it's a really fun mode. In order to get more money, you need to save more characters and things like that, but it's really fun to go through. You will see some familiar faces, like right here, that's the police chief. You will see Marvin from Resident Evil 2. I'm pretty sure you see the gun owner from Resident Evil 2 as well. Yeah, there are a bunch of characters there, and as you can see on the bottom, those are each of the prizes that you can buy. And as you can see, I accumulated over $2,000, so you can buy the SMG, or the infinite SMG with that. So the last thing I'm going to show off are the costumes. And in order to unlock certain costumes, you need to do certain things while playing through the main campaign of the game. And of course, with each costume, I will be telling you guys exactly what to do with the annotations in order to unlock them. So as you saw, the first costume that was showed off was Regina from Dino Crisis, which actually included a demo of Resident Evil 3 upon release, which I still do have. Dino Crisis is an awesome game as well. It's really similar to Resident Evil, but it's really different at the same time. Of course, Regina sort of has a resemblance to Jill Valentine for obvious reasons. I'm quite sure they use the exact same character model for Regina and Jill, but yeah, that's besides the point. So as you can see, you can unlock the STARS uniform, you can unlock, you know, leisure suits. I don't really know why you'd want to see Jill in the suit, though. I prefer her in skirts and things like that, but yeah, that's just me. So with that said, that's the end of my Resident Evil 3 walkthrough on hard mode, and I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and thank you very much for watching. And of course, I'm going to be doing a new game with my next video. I'm not going to be telling you guys exactly what type of game it is, but it is going to be akin to the Resident Evil titles. It is going to be a PS1 game, and yeah, I hope you guys look forward to that. And I will see you guys later.